most fierce, against a formidable foe.
The tide of battle was in our favor. Let us try for the same result with our next attack. I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen. The flicker of a shadow, the gleam of an eye, the echo of a footfall. If we hone our senses, no foe shall escape us.
Naught can threaten us if we watch each other's backs. We got to
I doubt I can be of any use against this.
I shan't allow any further harm to contact.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look. We are none of us alike in vocation.
One should think we'll be able to counter whatever comes our way.
I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each other's strengths.
Ah, now here's a surprise.
A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment. How are we to get through this door?
I dare say we could sell this for a fair amount of gold.
Whether or not we make the sale is for the Arisen to decide.
Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
An astounding discovery. Most impressive. Such a thing escaped my master's notice entirely. You're welcome to take what...
I located a shortcut in this area the last time I traveled beyond the rift. Shall I show you where to find it? I wonder how Master Sebastian and Miss Daphne fare of late. Shall we pay them a visit? Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
This isn't the way to our destination, but I presume you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow. Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
Atacarne palan.
fair more fin than Karma.
Ilmen arenfanne.
Elelote osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fair ave Sinde fir are
Morfanenwen Alkawa.
Vindamund. Jarmen ran soron.
Not buying? That's just Akaya. Arume fa in Itarond, Etele el Dali. Yeah, noon where? Vinant high.
Yeah, fair more fin than Karma.
Elelote osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fair avehum Sinde fir areng
Vindamund.
Akael arumefa in Iterond, et el Daliat. Noon where? Vinantai.
Salva Aren. Menelu, Ver Linta. Cassian's Arke.
Ilmen. Akael arumefa in Iterond, et Tele el Daliat Vinantai.
Mai tane filnato.
Lots to do.
Buy myself a new sword next day. grow worth pushing. We'll save our lesson.
First and foremost, we want to knock it off balance. On the flying throne.
This battle will demand all our strength. We must stand together against this. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Even though focus your attacks.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. Understood.
When in race, the creature capable of calamity strength. We ought not to provoke it.
I will take you as my protector.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid. Choppers, Master!
Come on then! Come on then!
Drop all your valuables, and I might just let you leave. Try your luck.
You'll not get back to me! Stop! You'll not get past me!
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. I'll gather this. It might be of use. It's just a history. I found a treasure chest near here when I tried to be on the rift. Where it showed to its location. Here, strike with lightning on the side. Look forward to balance. Think nothing of it.
Splendid.
The Arisen has been put to speed. Arisen, are you alive? done, Master. Another statue? Mayhap 'twill yield us all to views.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. I will protect you. I knew you would prevail, Master. Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Tremendous work!
Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer...
'Tis pleasantly cool here, what with a canopy overhead. Let us hope we make it through without incident. I quite agree. I grant you light and tang. Focus your strength, This might contain useful information.
Shall we take a closer look?
Approaching the capital always sets the mind at ease.
Take care you do not become so focused on the city that you become blind to your surroundings.
You have my support. I could, I never leave.
Well met, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality. Much obliged. The solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is one.
I get an itch when I don't see you, Io.
The hours seem to fly.
Can't wait for the new equipment to come.
Just remember, I've somewhere to be. Dirt, sweat, and
Yes, sir.
Have you procured what I asked? Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Ah, but in place of only if you've the time and inclination, of course, as servants of the gracious hand. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived, an unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man, claiming to be a doctor. So, he was put into our care.
It's you again. What are you doing now? Nothing ever seems to happen.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit.
Here he is. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor after all. There is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, but I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there! Help me! Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it, till just... He told me he was feeling better. That he'd be well enough to leave anon. Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. Something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the gracious hand?
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
This is a place of prayer.
This is more than I can bear.
I'll pick that up. We might have need of it.
A moment's prayer can... Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement. Should his that is, the basement sick room. None of the other sisters are permitted entry. Teles, she gives the patients a special medicine, which is to be expected. Those who come in, and yet... I do hope naught befalls Lubomir. I should like to...
I spend my days in quiet reflection.
So, the worst of us are taken to the... And none save the abbess can enter? If the gracious... You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? You've my thanks. I just... Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her. See, I've already reported my suspicions to the Sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
True enough.
This is a place of prayer.
Might I beg but a I spend my days in quiet reflection.
How might we enter the basement sick room?
Splendid.
place gives me an ill feeling.
A lonely place, but not without its charms. Can't say I have any tidings to There's got to be something fun. Did you want something?
I trust all swells.
You don't need a permit, just hide in the back of an ox cart. Mind, you've got to avoid the guard's line of sight.
Invited yourself into my company, I see.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Keep those orders coming. This fearsome world of our...
Why is my life so wrong?
Pretty kind.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance. Despite, I do hope naught befalls Lubomir.
Need someone to talk to?
A moment's prayer can do chaos in the world.
I fear I've much to attend to.
A profitable endeavor.
Medicine? Medicine! Now!
Oh, someone help me.
Mayhap? It would serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment.
Right you are.
I must be grateful.
You're back! Pray, tell me, have you found anything? I have noticed that the Abbess goes out every night without fail. Perhaps you could wait for her to leave. You're back! Pray, tell me, these look like Johann and Bruno. I recall them being especially meek to the Abbess. Mayhap, at any rate, they may know aught of use.
Wickedness has no hold upon a tranquil mind.
I'm going to go exploring.
Wonderful.
My bed calls, and I shan't resist.
I'm in a book battle to be getting back to.
Let me get that.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched over. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled.
Elena? Ah, yes. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then in the end, I survived. But methinks, and once, I saw her. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine. They were whispering. But I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square, in the eastern part of the common quarter. And always a night, as I recall.
So dull when there's nothing doing.
It's a thankless job, this.
I've got the sharpest ears in town.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
Good tidings, friend. As for me, I made the most of my week-long... You see, I grew so fond of the destination, and that's when I thought... Mayhap, I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to... Well, friend, what say you? Sorry I am to hear it.
'Tis the dream of many to own a home, Master. Shall we gather the requisite funds to make it our own?
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be seen here with you.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint.
Glad we understand each other.
Aye, be seeing.
This is not the first we've heard of Lord Phasus. What could his aim be, I wonder?
That's odd.
I spend my days in quiet reflection. I spend my days in...
You're always good for a laugh.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Figured I had to thank you somehow.
Perhaps you've a moment to spare. Pray, take this. I shall gladly...
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. I fear I've much to attend to.
I've no time for you now.
Not sure why I'm patrolling.
I'm a terrible itch.
My sword arm could use some work.
Wonder how long this job's supposed to last.
I've a nose for rumours of every ilk.
Such quietude is a blessing.
I can but trust my faith will guide me true.
I find such solace in.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found what? You found... Do you think... Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Radcliffe, his name. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine to Sir Radcliffe, the doctor over in the rest house.
I quite agree.
Some other time, maybe.
Can't bring myself to do much.
If I drop dead now...
I don't like this place at all.
I suppose I could visit some place. Living's hard, but dreams are free. I wonder how Master Sebastian and Miss Daphne fare of late. Shall we pay them a visit? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Home at last.
Welcome.
Thank you, Diana. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found what I sought. I only hope Mother will be pleased.
A blue sunbright.
Oh no. They're rather rare, though, and particularly to Mel.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated.
A picture, you say?
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of the gracious...
For true? Oh.
I think I could arrange that.
Yes. Well, as...
All this racket! What's going on? Good gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the gracious hand.
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress. I swear...
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me. 'Tis the privilege of the... Do be sure to leave the house and fare you well, child. Know that... Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone. You have...
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
I do wonder what that was all about, though I'm not sure we ought to pry.
To think the lady here has been supporting the gracious hand for so long. I must...
'Tis a relief to be home safe and sound. What was that all about? Mother...
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume...
Are all the nobles...
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully
What's going on? Doesn't seem right, this.
I'm afraid not.
I've naught to say to the likes of you.
Seems you won't be swayed. A shame, that.
Quite the predicament.